Everyone is terrified that Homelander is technically a god now. I have been staring at this timeline for almost 10 hours now, and trust me when I say this, you are looking at the wrong thing. I'm going to explain how Homelander taking the B1 is actually not a power up, rather a set up. I have mapped out the final mega fight and it doesn't even end the way you would expect it to. From the way the show has been progressing in the last few episodes, I am very confident in my theory, but let's go over what happened in the episode very quickly. First of all, let's address the elephant in the room. Sister Sage is a fraud. She is supposed to be the smartest person on earth, but she's actually quite the opposite, and it makes me so angry. Her entire plan was basically, I hope Soldier Boy does the right thing and destroys the V1. What doesn't make sense is that Sage heard when Ashley mentioned that Soldier Boy is proud of Homelander and then is surprised that he is proud of him. Oh yeah, I forgot her genius plan to drive them apart. The planted video of Homelander and Stormfront, which could either drive them apart or not, brought them any closer. What a surprise, Sage, what a surprise. Who would expect that two crazy people bond over some shit like that? What pisses me off is that the most intelligent person in the world boasts about people being predictable
Because people are fucking predictable.
and then acts surprised and learns that crazy people with irrational thoughts and actions can sometimes be unpredictable. And that's why you cannot write a character who is supposed to be the smartest person, because then you, the writer, have to be the smartest ever. But we will explain that in another video. It's something about screenwriting and why it sucks these days.
Listen to me. I'm no ass Felchin commie. You got that?
Now let's talk about something that really pisses me off. The absolute character assassination of Soldier Boy. Oh my god, the shit they done to him. It is a crime against humanity. You know, they spent the majority of this season building hype for the prequel, Vote Rising, which is really annoying, by the way, because we are in the final season. No one cares about Stormfront or Claire or Liberty. What I'm trying to see, whether Homelander will become a god or not. And the thing is, I'm actually not interested in the prequel anymore because of how they made Soldier Boy look. In season 3, he was the gold standard, charismatic, terrifying, and constant. Now, he's a writing mess. He changes his stance every 10 minutes just to fit whatever the plot needs. 1 second, he's ready to kill Homelander. The next second, he's handing him over the V1 because he's proud of him. What the fuck? Proud of what? Oh yeah, because Homelander said Claire was proud of him. What a simp. I'm sorry, what a simp. I really hate how poorly they treated him, because if you told me 1 or 2 seasons ago there is a prequel about Soldier Boy and Stormfront being in love, oh my god, I would have been so eager to watch it. But now, after all the bad writing they pulled, no, thanks, I will pass.
I really did like you.
Speaking of bad writing, Starlight versus Oh Father.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
I made 11-minute video solely about how she is the worst character in the show starting from season 3, so I did not expect anything, to be honest, but like, please, writers, please, we are literally heading toward the end. We have only 2 episodes left. At least let her win once. Once, that's all we are asking. She literally lost to someone who just screamed, you know, and the win here would have changed nothing anyway, because in the end they didn't even need the plan because Homelander already took the V1. So it would have been just a respect to the character, just a way to pay respect, you know. I swear it's like they are trying to make us hate her on purpose. It's insane. You know, this is probably the 10th time we see her ignore her eyes build up, you know, emotional build up. Oh my god, she's about... You know what, I'm going to shut up, but this video is not about her. Okay, finally, some exciting things. Look at the wall when Huey and Annie find Firecracker's body in the church. That poster isn't just set to dressing, it's a direct link to Golden University. Between that and the rumors, it's almost certain we are seeing the Gen V crew in episode 7. After 2 filler episodes of Vote Rising ads, maybe, just maybe, we will finally get some plot progression that actually matters to the current timeline. Firecracker is out, Black Noir is out, the V1 is in, and the students are coming to school. It's about time something actually happens. Alright, look, I have spent around 4 minutes kind of complaining about the state of the show, but I have a theory. Before you jump in the comments and attack me and saying how stupid I am, remember, it is a theory. It's called a theory for a reason. It doesn't have to happen. I have spent hours calculating where this is actually going, and I have pieced together an ending that makes sense from the way I see it, and I'm going to call it the Great Equalizer. My theory is shocking, but let's be honest, looking at the subbar of a season we are having now, we are likely heading for a safe ending. It won't be a Disney fairy tale, of course, but it's definitely not the soul-crushing brutality we were promised in the first seasons. The writers are pulling their punches, and we are probably getting somewhat a happy ending, but of course, credit when it's due, some people we love are going to die. First of all, we will witness a huge fight between basically all the soups. Homelander, Soldier Boy, some of Gen V students from one side, and Butcher, Marie, Ryan, Starlight from another side. And a battle that will be so entertaining. How do I know? Trust me, bro. The final showdown isn't a laser fist, it's a mess. The secret weapon isn't a bomb, it's Kate. She's a loyalist to Homelander for now, but Kate's entire life has been about being someone's puppet. When she realizes that Homelander is just another shady using her as a tool, she flips. She doesn't join the boys out of heroism or because she loves the good, rather out of hatred of being manipulated. She gets close enough to whisper in Soldier Boy's ear and pushes him past his biological safety limits, forcing a supernova that I believe will depower almost everyone, including Homelander. But a blast is not enough. You need Marie. As Soldier Boy detonates, Marie acts as the lens. She senses the compound V in every soup blood and conducts the energy, focusing the blast into a global V burnout. The smoke clears and the immortal V1 is burned out. For the first time in his life, Homelander is not a god anymore. He's just a regular guy, middle-aged, called John. A guy who spent his entire life pulling people because he knew they couldn't hurt him. And I think we will witness one of the best moments on the show ever. John, which is Homelander, faces Butcher in the dirt. No capes, no flying, no laser, just a pathetic, desperate fistfight. Butcher won't win due to power of a friendship, but because he has more real combat skills than Homelander. But before he wins, it will be a gruesome fight, and it will end with Homelander on the ground taking a punch after punch after punch from Butcher till he loses conscious and die. Seeing the strongest man on earth die terrified and weak is the only ending that makes sense, the only ending that I will love. And of course, after Butcher kills Homelander too, he will be very weak and is already dying from the tumor, making an end to the two best characters in the show in my opinion. But it gets worse. To ensure the cycle of what ends forever, the virus has to be global. Ryan is the key. As the only natural-born soup, his DNA is the perfect blueprint. He realizes that he's the carrier for everything wrong with this world and chooses to let go, sacrificing himself to make sure the soups never ever appear again, making an end to the worst character arc in the whole show in my opinion, because he's pretty useless if you ask me. And Soldier Boy, he doesn't get a warrior's death, he will be put back in that cage frozen, and I believe this will go on forever unless they decide to make a spin-off somehow. And every other soup, from Starlight, Marie, Sage, The Deep, Kimiko, will either die from the fight or the virus, and it draws an end to the world of superheroes. It's a brutal and not the best ending, but it's the only one that actually means something. And that's it really. See you later.